Welcome to a new edition of Tour Confidential. I'm Jeff Ritter, joined this week by two of my Golf.com colleagues. It is Dylan DeChair and Alan Bastable. Guys, the road to Augusta is suddenly becoming a short one, and we got to talk about the match play last week. Bubba is back. He's now won twice this year. He dominated the match play. He won easily in the final match. And of course, this time of year, we still have to look ahead to Augusta. Is it time to look at Bubba as the Masters favorite? And I'll start with Dylan because you're in an off-shaded green jacket today. Is Bubba the favorite?
I don't think Bubba should be the favorite. I think we really run the risk of becoming, prisoners of the moment week to week. Rory wins, he's the favorite. Jon Rahm wins, he's the favorite. Justin Thomas wins, he's the favorite. Tiger Woods sniffs the top 10, he's the Masters favorite. Bubba obviously has major history at Augusta. So we know it's somewhere that he, plays well, but I still don't think he should be quite at the very top tier of Masters favorites.
I feel like that's what the internet is for, though. We work at Golf.com. We're supposed to react in the moment. If you don't have Bubba as your favorite, what's your list right now? Who's in front of Bubba in your mind?
I think there's a handful of players. Bubba makes me nervous, even when he's playing well. He's very similar to Mickelson in that regard. You think he's going to come out and he's guaranteed to be in the mix or top 5, and then he misses the cut by 6 shots. His track record at Augusta obviously is next to almost none among the elite players. 2 wins there. Even I don't think he's missed many cuts in his career. Problem is his major championship record's not great. When you take out the Masters, he only has 2 other top 10 finishes in the majors. So that tells you big weeks he tends to either he's not peaking at the right time or he's getting in his own way. It's probably the latter. But listen, he's playing obviously beautifully. Would like to see him get pushed a little harder yesterday.
Right.
To see what how much game he actually has. He obviously wasn't pushed very hard, but he's up there. Justin Rose is my guy. I think he's been knocking at the door there for a while, quietly playing really well. I like Rose to win.
It's a good pick. We share the same Masters favorite. Although I'm starting to waver as we get closer and I become more of a prisoner of the moment. I don't know. I'm starting to come off of my Justin Rose pick already, and we're not even to Augusta yet. I don't know. Your point about Bubba playing, he's hot and cold, but I feel like Augusta National, that's his playground. He just hits that big sweeping cut around every corner he needs to. And I don't know. I would have Rose over Bubba still. I've got Phil over Bubba narrowly. And then I think I got Bubba my third choice at this point. Because he's a guy having won 2 and having won one of those 2 very convincingly. I feel like he's on the short list of guys that could actually just turn out the lights and win by 4 or 5
shots. You got no Rory, no DJ. No
I've got. They're in the conversation. I would take Bubba right now if I was walking to the betting window in Augusta, which there is not one. But if there was a window, I don't know. I think Bubba's played his way up there in my mind, and I'm surprised we're here. I did not see a Bubba comeback coming this year. I mean, he did. He switched off the Volvic golf ball. That was one move. He looks a little healthier out there. He talked about his weight loss last year, but I feel like the return of Bubba is one of the most surprising stories of the year. Are there others that surprise you more?
I think
either one of you can take it.
Yeah. I'll jump in first. Tiger Woods is the most surprising story of the year. There's a multiplier in that Tiger, is golf's biggest character. He's one of the biggest names in sports. But the fact that he was basically declared, not declared dead in the fall, but his career was on life support. He himself said he wasn't sure if he was going to play again. Now we're talking about, is he the favorite to win the Masters? Only a few months later is wild. And just seeing that progression from him not being able to swing a golf club to chipping, hitting, a couple balls on the range, playing a little bit, practicing a little bit, and now looking healthy, hitting the ball as far as anyone, and playing just about as well as anyone. Without a doubt, the biggest story and most surprising story.
No question. But for the sake of debate, I'm going to throw out another option here. Tiger clearly is the biggest surprise, and that's a good thing for all of us. I think it's the number of good players that are playing well at the same time. I can't remember in recent years, I can't remember a stretch at this point in the season leading up to the Masters where virtually every, and now we got Bubba in the mix, virtually every player who you'd want to be playing well is playing well. With the exception maybe of Jordan Spieth, which is another surprise, right? His putting has been horrible. He's like 172nd in strokes gained putting, which is hard to fathom when you look at what this guy's done in the last couple of years. That's a little scary to look at that stat heading to Augusta, where
when you watch
premium on putting.
You can see there's smoke coming out of his ears before he even gets to the ball in some of these putts. I mean, some guys you figure it's just a statistical blip or something, but it definitely looks like he knows something is off.
Yeah, especially over the short ones. And God, if you're standing over a slippery 4-footer on the 15th green at Augusta on Sunday, those are not the kind of thoughts you want running through your head. We've seen Mickelson struggle with those short ones, and now Spieth seems to be going through the same thing. So that's a bit of a surprise. But big picture, it's all these top players playing well at the same time. I think it's awesome.
And winning. You look at the list of winners this year. You start with Jason Day, John Rahm, Phil's won, Rory's won, Tiger's close, DJ.
It feels like a year ago he won this year.
Yeah, not to mention Ted Potter Jr.
Teddy P. So we've got everybody you could ever want, and Ted Potter.
Ted Potter will probably win the Masters by like 6 shots because there's been so much hype. Or like Kyle Stanley, or somebody's gonna surprise us. There's just too much hype for this Masters.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, we've got one more week to be surprised, and we'll leave it there. The Houston Open comes next. Thanks to Alan and Dylan for joining us. We'll see you next time on Tour Confidential.